Hi, I'm Dr. Gaylina Reachi. Welcome to Tooth Talks. Have you ever noticed that your gums are receding? Your teeth may seem a little bit longer, or right at the gum line, you might have a little bit of darkness, or if you touch it with your fingernail, it might be a little bit sensitive to that feeling, or if you get your teeth cleaned, it might be sensitive, or cold air coming across it. If you're brushing your teeth or rinsing, get water on it or something like that that's kind of cold. It really feels sensitive. Well, that's typically called recession. And recession can happen from a couple of reasons. And for some people, it starts because we're clenching and grinding. And our teeth should come together like this. And when we're clenching and grinding, we create a flexure, right? And so our teeth are flexing as we're moving them back and forth. And right at the gum line, where the enamel is very thin, it'll flake off a little tiny bit. Microscopic bits of it come off. Now on the biting pressure of the tooth, the enamel's very thicker. And as it comes down, it gets really thin at the gum line. And that's why it is prone to fracturing off like that from just clenching and grinding a little bit. Now, we can make that worse by heavy brushing. A lot of times we brush like this. We hold it like a baseball bat. We put our toothpaste on it and we go exactly to the same spot we always go to, and we scrub back and forth, right? We scrub back and forth. We open. We're on the inside scrubbing, right? The challenge with that is when we're scrubbing back and forth, even if it's an electric toothbrush, same thing. We park it there, except if our toothbrush goes around in a circle, it just means that this bristle is always going this way across that tooth. And that's the same thing as going back and forth. And once we've broken through that enamel a little bit, which could take years, then the toothbrush abrasion along that edge will break it down further and a lot faster. And those areas for some people start getting really, really sensitive. Sometimes they're sensitive, but then it goes away and you ignore it from there on out. So the challenge is, if you're brushing really hard like that and you're breaking down enamel, you can saw all the way through the tooth. Certainly I've seen people go more than halfway through the tooth, which damages the nerve, and it just creates a long-term challenge. Sometimes we fill that with a little tooth-colored filling material and we patch it on the side. But it's better if you recognize it early, try to reduce the amount of damage you do, and this is what I'd like you to do. Start with a wet toothbrush. Put your toothpaste on it. Then bring your toothbrush to the top of your teeth, the biting surface, right? I want you to hold it like a teacup, not a baseball bat, and kind of choke up on that toothbrush a little bit so you have more control. You're starting on the biting surfaces. You're going around on the bottom, then the top. Then I want you to do on the inside little teeny tiny circles. So the goal is not to come straight into that tooth, right? So don't come straight in this way. Don't come straight in this way. Instead, bevel it toward the gum line. Get the sharpest part of the bristles under the gum line and rub the side of the bristle more on the tooth, right? If you take care of your tooth, if you take care of your gum, your tooth will take care of itself because the bristles, the toothbrush is so big. So again, you're trying to angle down, get the bristles underneath the gum line, teeny, teeny, tiny circles, holding it gently, teeny, teeny, tiny circles, trying to get below the gum line. The goal is to go down about 3 millimeters with your toothbrush and your floss. And be careful when you're using the interproximal brushes. If you do that 1 or 2 times only, don't go in and out, because you can cause the same kind of problem in between the teeth, and it'll create like a circle, but right through in between your teeth. And so it's a half moon shape on both sides. And that's really, really hard for me to fix. So be gentle. Don't hold it like a baseball bat. Don't scrub back and forth. And if you want me to show you, actually physically show you, you can either ask me or my staff, and I'll see you soon.